tell and rolling, go tell and rolling, everybody's. Call to him, he will come. She'll run to him like he's the one. His arms that stretch, but when she's done, he'll be torn apart.
Hello everyone, and today we're going to have a very special video. We're going to start our look back at the Resident Evil games, specifically the RE Engine games. So that means RE2 Remake, 3 and 4 remakes, and Resident Evil 7 and Village. We are only looking through those games because those games are more special to me than any other Resident Evil games. And, I think they're more worth looking back at. Plus, with 2 and 3 being morely into Raccoon City based, and yeah. So we are looking back at these games because it is now the time to start the road to Requiem for Resident Evil 9 coming in February of this year. So basically what the road to Requiem is, it's basically you play the mainline Resident Evil games or all the Resident Evil games, or whatever ones you want, just in preparation for Resident Evil 9. So you could look at just the trilogy for Raccoon City, or you could look at all the mainline games, or play every Resident Evil game that has come out since the first one. So yeah. But today we're gonna look back at Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. Basically since 2019 when it came out. So, in the background you're just gonna see boss fights from the game. But, yeah, Resident Evil 2, it's not my favorite game. I would say it's my second favorite remake, because RE4 is probably the best remake that they have done. But Resident Evil 2 is like one of those games that you just go back at and you're like, this is so nostalgic, this is such an inspiration from the original RE2, and it just holds so much nostalgia and the way the game looks and how much it has, like the 2 scenarios and the whole story just coming together with all the boss fights, all the stalker enemy Mr. X, like, which is a key point of the game. He just, once he comes in, he stalks you through the RPD until you get out, and then you wait to fight him at the end. And then with Birkin, you're just going through that game. You go through the first boss fight with him, and you're just like, this is Birkin. I mean, we're gonna see him obviously later with his evolution, but like, you don't know when you're expecting him. But you don't fight him again until the sewers, when you're about to escape, and then you fight him when you're in the laboratory, and then in Claire's section you'll fight him on the train, and then you'll finally kill him off in the B scenario on the train, when he has fully mutated and it's just a big monster with an eyeball. So yeah, but this game is very special. When I was going back to play this, specifically with Leon A, the A scenario is the longest out of the 2 scenarios because it has so much more to it with how big the RPD is. Like, that's like the biggest section in the game. And then when you go to the sewers, it's just like a run path of going forward, and then, you're not having to collect so many things because the whole police station is just a big maze of stuff that you can collect, and ammo with heals and all that, and other stuff like gun parts and multiple guns you can get from the police station. But when you get out of there and you're about to go into the sewers, it's just more fast paced after that. And then you get to the laboratory. That's a little bit of a maze too. You have a bunch of rooms there, other puzzles to do to get more stuff, like hip pouches and weapon parts, or just extra things like grenades or ammo. And then you just you finish the game off. Whether it's the A scenario, you don't fight final form Birkin. You just get on the train and you leave, and then that's the end. But when you get to the B scenario, you have to do one more fight where you're just loading a bunch of bullets into Birkin just to finish off the game, which is really cool. This game, it didn't really cut much. I mean, yeah, OG RE2 had spiders and other things in it, but this game didn't have that because of RE7 with that having spiders and stuff, that they thought they needed to cut that because it just, with the people having phobias and they want as many people to play these games, and they don't want that to be an issue. But it's understandable. I mean, you still get the iconic lickers, how terrifying they are. You have to walk past them so they don't hear you. And then the amount of zombies in that police station just raiding it. And then you have to find boards and nails to board up the windows so no more zombies can get in. And then you're also having to worry about Mr. X finding you. And when he does, it's terrifying because you're just trying to get away from him and trying to lose him while also going to the next part of the game to get more stuff unlocked and move forward. But then you also have to worry about him chasing you. But and then like this game, it's pretty long. It's longer than Resident Evil 3 Remake, of course. It's shorter than RE4 Remake, which is, of course, because RE4 works different than RE2 and 3, because RE4 has chapters that are longer and more drawn out than just the normal playtime of a game, where because normal Resident Evil games do not have chapters. They just keep going and keep going, keep saving. It's basically based on the area you are in for the game. Like, you could say RPD is chapter 1. The parking garage is chapter 2, and then chapter 3 would be the sewers, and then the laboratory is your big finale, chapter 4. That's basically, I would say maybe 10 hours long through the whole game. Meanwhile, Resident Evil 4 Remake is a whole 18 hour game with how much it has in there. But I would say my favorite part of Resident Evil 2 Remake is the amount of boss fights that are in this game and how they work. When you first meet Birkin, you're just like, what do I do? I'm in this tight space with 3 little sections that have supplies for me, but I'm just having to load my bullets into this guy, and then you see this giant eyeball popping out, and you're like, oh, do I shoot that? And you start shooting it, and he starts to kind of get weaker, and that's his weak point. And then you have to keep and then you keep going, and then you're like, oh, it's this guy again. It continues to be Birkin. It's mostly Birkin because the only time you fight Mr. X as a boss is in Leon's final Leon's ending to the game. That's when you actually fight Mr. X and you kill him, because that's Leon's enemy, while Claire's enemy is Birkin, mostly. So, yeah, and then you just have the different variety of enemies, like the lickers, the zombies, the Ivies, just an amazing game with an amazing set of enemies and boss fights and story, because it tells the story of Raccoon City burning down and just being overpopulated with zombies and the virus that grows over. And you're like, oh, is it just here, or is it spreading out? No, it's just in Raccoon City. It has not left it yet. And it didn't get that chance to, because we'll find out in Resident Evil 3 Remake that the city exploded beforehand. So it's only spread it through Raccoon City because, that's where Umbrella originated. Or, well, not where they originated. We'll talk about that in a different game. But this was a look back at Resident Evil 2 Remake for the road to Requiem. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and bye.